I can still stream. Ooh, 18. So, I will read the story, but first, I'm going to draw. A drawing. Ooh, and it's clear. Wow. 2 out of 3. So, how am I sounding? Let's see how I'm sounding. Wow. 2 out of 3. Okay, I mute myself on my desktop because, yeah, I don't like to hear the sound of my own voice. But I want you to hear the sound of my own voice, but as you know, like most people, or many people, I don't like to hear my own voice recorded. You know, if I listen to my voice on an answering machine, doesn't. Oh, of course, I don't have a radio voice. Voice of an actor. Oh, yeah. No one will ever say, "Hey, Lauren Green," which may be a reference that. Yeah, Lauren Green was worked on the radio during World War II. Maybe beyond for a little bit. Was Pa Cartwright was on the original Battlestar Galactica. Anyway, Lauren Green's New Wilderness. Anyway, let's start with a drawing, as I can still stream. Ooh, 3 streams, and my second stream. Wow. Let's see, where was it? Oh, anyway, my second stream when last I checked, I'd gotten what, 46? $46 sets of eyes. 23 were, or had it even gone higher. Yeah, 49. So the analytics, 23 live views, 26 replay views, 0 awards, 0 comments, 0 reactions, and $0 earned. Not even a nickel. I know. I know. Oh no, he's whining again. Well, is it whining or just stating a simple sad fact? That could be. That could work poetically. It's a simple sad fact. It's a simple sad fact. He can't act. He can't sing. Does he even have a thing? Well, he says he's a poet. And a writer too. He even draws. Does he do any of it well? Well enough that 23 people have already, well, okay, 15 started off pre-signed up. So, how many people are actually here? I don't know. Because none of you comment. I can't even get a like. Ugh. And if you were on the other side right now, you'd be thinking, well, no, of course not. Of course you wouldn't be thinking that. Okay, I'm not here to gripe. At least that won't help. So, are you actually here for the story, or are you just, I don't know, whatever your reaction is, that I'm magically able to stream? And since I've yet to get a comment, even an angry one, which is a lot easier to get than a positive one about my story, my little story that began with the simple line of "So I slept with God," that I guess it's not. Though I did make a note that I went from 310 subscribers down to 309, so I don't know. Did someone read that story and said, no, 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 no? You wrote about God having sex? Oh my. And yes, I freely admit I'm agnostic, so. Well, strictly speaking, the word that Kim Morith, the character in question, used was slept with. Typically, that means having relations, but maybe she just slept with God, like actually just slept. And what does it mean to sleep with? Maybe, maybe he's just assuming things, but he has asked her what was it like to sleep with God. And anyway, that's just the beginning. It's deeper than, but I'm sure there are some of the Christian faith that if they, what, a story started like that? No. Oh, hey, back in the 80s there were Christians all bent out of shape about Dungeons and Dragons. Certainly didn't like the cartoon. Oh, satanic. And I guess the game too. Satanic. Ah. Oh, humans. Hmm. So, is 23 my magic number for live views? Even though I started with I had the head start. Oh. Beats 4. Of course, that was a surprise. And it was a surprise to me that I could magically stream again. Ah. Which came after the story. Oh, wow. It's a miracle. He can stream again. At this point, I can think of a couple of miracles. But that's, well, one could be seen as crude. But I guess I'm not so concerned about crude because there's people who'd say writing about God is crude. Especially since, given my religious status, which is agnostic. At least atheists take a position. You just sit on the fence. So if you are of, I guess, any faith, not just Christian, do you give more credit to an atheist who has a position, no God, over that of an agnostic who's like, I don't know, I neither believe nor disbelieve. I want proof. Proof! You can't handle proof. Mind you, that's asking for comment. And through my many streamings, you've made it pretty clear. Well, I keep saying shy because I think that's less challenging than, well, it's both less challenging and less hurtful to my ego. Ooh. I have a new high. Live viewer high in my return to streaming. However long it lasts. 25. Half of what my age will be in October. So, at what point? Well, hey, may as well do. I may as well stream the drawing of the latest Peach cover. For those of you who don't know, which you can find on Instagram, Artoberist, ARTOBERIST. One T. I just felt like going T. where I draw, well, a cover for a hypothetical comic book. Because don't, I haven't written much for, I haven't given many stories, or even started stories. Well, I haven't completed any stories for those covers, so it's just a series of covers, usually with the peach on them, but there's been a handful where I haven't felt like drawing peach, so I didn't. But I called it as part of the series. And this is going to be cover 442. Hmm. Ah, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Wonder. I wonder who. So, are you following the Olympics? As a Canadian, I follow the Olympics less in the summer, but I gotta say, the last tally medal totals I saw for Canada, 12, not bad, because, yeah, Canada is not a summer Olympic power. Not like we've become in the Winter Olympics. Where we're in the top 3 for the last number of Olympics. Hmm. Ooh, I like the yellow. At least on this darker surface. Hmm. Yes, I'm using the very last page. Ooh, actually, not the very last page, because I can do back too. Hmm. Oh yeah. Well. Hmm. Tomorrow I mean to draw two, so. So if you wanna send me a book, I'll do a stream video posting about you sending me a book. 27. Yeah, odds are you don't want to send me a book that I would fill with the drawings that I'm able to draw. Which, if you've seen my drawings, you have an idea of my level. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. No, I shouldn't sing. I've joked in the past that I've been kicked out of countries for singing. And I have been outside of Canada. I've set foot in the Netherlands, Belgium, and France. And of course, long before that, the United States. Because That's Canada's neighbor, nearest neighbor. Let's see, I've been in New York, I've been in Massachusetts, Vermont, Arizona. And when I was in Arizona, I briefly visited Mexico. And so that's the number of countries I visited. That I've set foot in. I'm not a big traveler, so that's that's a number I have no problem with. Yeah. Yeah, I'll be right back. Don't you worry. I'm still here. See, you can hear my voice. You don't need to see me. If this was your first encounter with me, you might think I was a disembodied alien. I have no body. That's why you can't see me. But I am human. Woohoo! 29! I wonder if I should have gone with the landscape view. Uh, Let's go. Oh, green. Green's a nice bright color. Nope. Green's too dark. Le vert est trop foncé. The green is too dark. So no green. No green today. Let's see if orange versus white. I know that'll work. $29. Superman's perpetual age. Which you can do in comics. 32! 32 people have passed through. How many are actually here now? I don't know, and you won't tell me. If I had $1, no, I'd need more than $1. Oh, so $1, if I had $1 for each one of you who'd pass through. And if I did that 7 days a week, no, let's see, if I did that, yeah. Of course, could I get 32 people on a weekday afternoon? And I will be reading the story. I'll just have to go back to the. Well, what day did I even write that story? Because I have it in my. You know what? I don't think I'll be actually drawing Peach today. Not with the colors I have to use. He's not drawing Peach. Oh, I came all the way for Peach. No, you didn't. I didn't say I was going to draw Peach. I didn't say I was going to draw anything. I just said, do you want a story? Ah. Orange is too dark, too. So it's white and yellow. Ah. Or they'll stop working. Ah. These are... I'm sorry. These are a little bit suck. Ah. And yes, I really want to swear right now. Well, suppose I don't have to use... Yeah, I do. Oh, bother. Why are you being a pain in the butt? Ah, my God, do they have to be so crappy? Ah. Yeah, I won't be buying these again. Well, not these specific pastels. Ugh. Yeah, I could maybe even paint on this. But not painting. Yeah, one of these days I'm gonna have to man up and paint. 35. Well, that's cool. Can I hit 50? Is that too much to hope for? 50? 50 live views on a Saturday? Yeah, I know, it's not 1,000, it's not, you know, gaudy numbers like that. Ah, man. So, dare I ask if you're entertained? I mean, dare I ask anything because... Yeah, I don't get... Maybe I will. Oh, shut up. Pink. Oh, pink and... Yeah, I guess I should get back to talking, eh? Or do you want me to draw silently? Shut up and draw. Shut up and draw. Because you realize... Probably in any country that's gonna get this, we all have the right to speak, eh? You know? Yeah, I know, America's a great, 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 great thing, but free speech is in more countries than just the United States. The loud Americans who say shit like, "Oh, only in America." No, not only in America. Of course, that's the same line of thinking that has, "All America saved the world in World War II." No, you didn't. Certainly made the war shorter, and we're good. We're, yeah, a good part of the reason, or certainly a part of the reason, because, yeah, I hate to give quote unquote Uncle Joe credit, but the Soviets, the Soviet effort in World War II, and the British, and Canada, yes, Canada has great soldiers, just lacking in, lots of ships and planes, like you Americans. But don't sleep on the Canadian soldier. Well, unless you're literally sleeping on the soldier in question, then sleep on. Yes, that's maybe too political. But you can't unwatch what you've watched of this stream. Though, if I offend, or have or will, you can certainly walk away. Hmm. 39 views. Wow. Wow. That's no, that's I'm pleased. I am pleased with that number. Hmm. And I can't say I'm unpleased with the peach drawing in question. I won't presume to say that you like it. Hmm. But I also won't presume that you don't like it. Hmm. So if I stream on my birthday, if I can. Well, I will if I can. Which, by the way, is October 19. Oh, bother. Again. Will you be dropping coins for me on that day? Yeah, I know. You won't answer. Hey. I mean... It's... Well, I still... Well... I'm... Until my dying day. Oh my... Are you kidding me? This... Can't you make stuff that lasts longer? Like, really? Ugh. They make better sharpeners, too. Ah. Pastels. Let's try the green. Yeah, it doesn't show up. Oh, there it is. Well, it shows up on the drawing itself, but on the stream, nah. Do I use the white, or is that going to break down under the pressure of all that? Yeah, I guess I'll just... Hmm. Nope. Yeah, I guess I won't use the back cover because... Well, I do have those pastels, but I don't know where they are. They've gone and hidden on me, so... Since the yellow's all but useless now. Are you kidding me? It broke again. Jesus. Jeez. Ooh, 42. Can I hit 50? Yeah, that's, I think that's where I'll end. So I'll reposition the camera so you can see the fullness. Yeah, I didn't do a good job on showing you the whole drawing, did I? Camera needs to be bigger. I need to embiggen the image somehow. And today is the 31st. Yeah, I know you won't answer, but what would you give this drawing on a scale of 1 to 10? I think I'll point it here for the rest of the... Because you don't need to see me. But sure, here I am. Hi. There, that's all. Well, odds are I'm not going to get to 50. Hold on, I might get to 50, but I'm not going to wait for 50 to start. So, this is, oh yeah, food and drink, number 1. Which I think is kind of cool enough to be drawn. But, yeah, I'm biased. But 42 of you have passed through. Even if 42 of you have passed through for 1 second each. And found your ears and eyes burned and ran away screaming in pain. Okay, that's a reaction that, yeah. That's an improbable reaction. Well, let's just check. Let's just check. Uh, wait. Wait, 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 wait. Wait, 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 wait. Oh! There. Stay. Good book. Wait. Where's food and drink number 2? Did I? Well, either I didn't post it, but I have it on my... I have access to it, so that's okay. So, ooh, 43. Okay. So this is food and drink, number one, and it's food and drink because the characters are food and drink. Yes, because that's... I can draw them well enough that you can say, oh, okay, that's what they are. Though I'm sure there are people who would say, well, I don't know what that is. I can't understand that. That's just no. What it is, what is that supposed to be? What is that supposed to be? Okay, well, no, Cookie, no, it's not a living piece of art. You're imagining things again. Just enjoy the painting and stop giving in to the fantasies in your mind. Oh, Pizza, you're right, of course, but must you be an ass and make Cookie crumble like the abusive jerk you are? As if you can't just be a happy little slice. Thank you, Glass. You're ever sweet. But I've long since consigned myself to one little fact that Pizza's an ass now and forever, and being bound to his side as sadly I am, I've decided to suffer in silence. Yeah, clearly I'm not gonna try to do the voices like male, female. I'm just gonna. And Pizza snorted. Except for your precious art and stupid little poems, which you know I hate, 'cause poetry's pretentious and impossible to base a living on, so I'll never understand why you don't do something that brings the bank in, 'cause I'm not a dude that hates my woman working. Glass, of course. Bit his metaphorical tongue, 'cause he had always wanted the light of Cookie's love, but she was sadly hung up on stupid Pizza, and had never given him the time of day, much to his chagrin. So all he could do was fume in silence as Pizza continued to singe the edges of his lovely little biscuit, as they were both as born of the heat, whereas he was cool, and never the twain could ever meet outside of his dreams, which were painful reminders of what he'd never have. But sweet little Cookie was right, of course, as she often was, as she had seen the eyes of Face Under Glass focus on her and even wink. Like I got you, yes. Don't you worry, your rescue is at hand. Not that she'd ever looked for that, but the moment he thought those... Oh, oops. See, okay, now that's another thing. I still can't edit text. If this was a drawing, I could edit the title of it. So I'm stuck with, which I missed on my review. It says he, but it's supposed to be she. So yeah, I know it's low on the priority list because it's just text, because this is a streaming site. But if anyone from Haps happens to hear this, see this stream, at some point it would be nice if we could edit text in these postings like it says we can, because there's an edit post button and a delete post button. And I would prefer to edit the post than delete the post. So, where was I? Not that she'd ever looked for that, but the moment she thought those words just into her mind, she found herself wanting that very thing. But the proof is in the pudding, and once time had passed, she sighed, only loud enough for Pizza to hear, he spun on his point with his nose out of joint. Won't you stop your sighing, Cookie? I hate it when you sigh because it sets me off, and you know what happens when you do that. And once but more, Glass bubbled in anger as he so wanted to punch Pizza out and run away with Cookie, but Pizza would crack him hard if he fully spoke his mind because pizza is stronger than drink. It's a well known fact. I'm sorry, Pizza. I was just thinking how beautiful a piece of art this is, and wish we could have it at home because I could get myself lost in his beautiful eyes. That's fecking it. You're being a silly twit, waxing poetic about art I can't afford, and even if I could, I wouldn't hang it anywhere, even on the woodshed wall, because it's rather meh, and I've had enough of touring the museum, and I want to go home and watch the game. So say goodbye to your would-be lover, because this is over, he said with anger. That was a certain prelude to what she hated most about loving his stupid ass. Only this time, seized by a sense of standing up to him, she said she. Oh, well, that'll have to be fixed. Because it says she said, shook herself no. She shook herself no. Glass can walk me home, 'cause I'm not done. So you can go, and I'll see you later, she said with a resolve that, and again, that she hadn't, that he hadn't seen before. Okay. Durr. Yes, I could have read this beforehand, but I can't edit it, so. Yes, if you could fix that, please. Uh, the feck you say, Glass can what? Oh, feck no, he won't. Not with a crack in his face, and true to his word, that is what he did, as he'd always wanted to crack him hard, and just never had. Until today. Crack! Uh, that's food and drink part one. Well, no, that's food and drink number one. I'm just calling the second, the continuing parts, the next issue. Even though I don't know how long this would be, how many panels, how many pages, but it is what it is. Even though it's the same story, but you know, comics, the same story can take over many issues. So, uh, oh yeah, 27th. Do 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 do. Pizza, you brute! How could you do that to Glass? She cried right out and rolled to his side. 'Cause she's a cookie, so cookies roll. Dun, dun, doo, doo. Trying to help him up, but he was having none of that, as he'd probably made that mistake too. Oh, anyway, as he'd had enough of her but taking what Pizza was dishing out, and in his hurt he lashed out at her. I can stand on my own, Cookie, which is more than I can say for you, which hurts me to say, but it's the truth of things, and I can no longer say take his shite. It's just about right. It's just not right. And I should have done something long before this. But at least I can admit the truth. Can you say the same damn thing? Taken aback, she rolled away from him, not used to any of his anger, directed at her, so it hurt it did. Oh, that is it. And now this is pizza. Oh, that is it, Glass. I'm gonna kick your ass and enjoy it too. But yes, indeed. So get ready to bleed, because that's what you're going to do. Yes, Glass bleeds. Why not? Only karma had come for pizza this day, and Face's silence was soon revealed to have a purpose. When the cover of Glass, or maybe his prison. Hmm. Well, I could do that. Yeah, when the cover of his glass, no, when the cover of Glass, or maybe his prison, fell on him and knocked him flat on his ass. So, for clarity, that's Face under Glass has popped the glass, and the glass has fallen on the pizza. Just for clarity. Thus, with that doing, as Karma's reaching hand, Face came off the canvas, and with the violent use of his telekinesis, he pressed the glass down on top of Pizza, intent on snuffing out his stupid little life. Wait, don't do it! I don't want him to die, oh lovely work of art. Have a heart and let him live, 'cause art is never cruel, it's kind and beautiful. Just like you, she said with all the sincerity that she had to give. Though, as we know, as I do an aside, art can be cruel and ugly. Uh, yeah, especially yours. As for Glass, he finally staggered to his base, but said nothing to Face, 'cause he didn't like the thought of being his breakable self, with Face's power, but certain sure of being more than he could handle, and as it was, he was so very right. It'd be the death of him if he stood up to Face. Now Face would have surely continued, as he had no qualms in killing Pizza, though I guess that should be of killing Pizza. But when she began to cry, he stopped in his murder, and was silent for a time, as he pulled the paint up with his reaching mind. Oh, thank you, dear lovely art. I don't want him to die, and it means the world to me that you let him live, in spite of his being an ass. He's just mine, now and forever, she said with a hint of regret, as she knew she wouldn't quit him, as much as she needed to. That was just what she was, as we can't always escape ourselves, no matter how much we want. I'm not art at all, and I'm not lovely, so don't call me lovely again, or you will see the true hard depths of my fearsome face that has been restrained for 100 terrible years, which my jailers will soon repay them for. Oh, lovely piece of art, don't talk like malevolence unbound. You're better than that, as you've no doubt given countless fans, I'm sure, for seeing you here. Did you not hear me, Cookie? Don't don't make me break you for stupid and dull. I'm not art. No, for being stupid and dull. I am not art at all, but a prisoner, yes. I was just doing you a favor and freeing you of Pizza. But if you want the feck to live, then so be it, eh? What do I care about your life? You're nothing to me. You're just a stupid bit of food, for which I lack the taste. So you're actually a waste of undeserved sympathy, he said coldly so, before he lifted the glass and sent it crashing hard against the other wall, then laughed out loud, ha ha ha, like he was proud that he could once more break whatever he wanted. And in the aftermath of his finding, yeah, yeah, I got some editing to do. And in the aftermath of his finding his freedom, thanks in no small, thanks in no small part to Cookie's presence, not that he'd admit to that, he let but fly a long, loud scream. Arg! Yeah, I'm not doing an actual scream. Thin walls in the apartment. Or more poetically put, the flat. Even though I'm Canadian, not British. Uh, a long, loud scream, because he wanted to be the cause of death again. And if she would plead but once to let her, the insufferable one, survive his karma, how could he deny her that wish, given the truth of things? Poor Cookie crumbled then, and she'd wanted to believe in the ever pretty beauty of art that touched her, yes, only to find but out that the art but reached her at the deepest of levels was nothing more than a violent criminal, which left her stunned. That awful violence could ever look as sweetly good as him. Oh, sweetly stupid biscuit, you crack me up. Why I ever fell for you, I'll never know, but not. But but love you I do, and now I owe you my life. I don't know how I'll be able to handle that, he said with a snort, and an angry look at her that didn't bode well for when they got home. I guess you're proof to karma, much to my disgust, Pizza old chum, but after today we are done as friends, and should have been done but years ago, he said with a grim resolve and a sadness that he would not get to spend any more time with Cookie, who he'd forgive, of course, but couldn't stand to be in the same damn room with Pizza again. And Pizza laughed. Ha 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 ha. You're still here, oh stupid glass. I can still bust your ass, so leave right now. Well, that's what I'll do, and I won't stop this time with a single crack to your face, you stupid disgrace and waste of affection that any woman would foolishly give to you, he said to him with a wicked smile, happy to be able to be a full on jerk and wanting to do as he said that he happily would. Let's go, Cookie. I'm hungry now, and you're going to make for me something good to eat before I miss too much of the game, and then afterwards, well, you know what I like. Win, lose, or draw, he said with a leer. And I come you here because you are mine, and ever shall you be, as he waited for her to roll right over. No, Pizza, no, I can't any more. Go find yourself another woman, one you actually want to be but with. 'Cause it's not me, I'm just the easiest one that you could handle, and that's the shame with which I'll have to live. So you go on, and get out of my life. You'd ruined me long enough. And she looked away from him and towards poor cracked glass. Oh no, you won't. You ain't going to him, he said as he charged in anger at his former friend. 55. But Face had had enough and succumbed to his hunger, and in one swift bite he swallowed him whole and smiled with satisfaction. As jerky ex-lovers go, he's a tasty slice. Okay, that's bad because he's not his jerky, but he's saying that to her, so I'm gonna leave it for now. I mean, I can't edit it anyway, so. Uh, but yeah, that has to be changed. And his hunger satisfied without any care of some long drawn out thanks or hysterical crying, he vanished, but only after saying, "We shall meet again. I don't know when, but rest assured, I'll be sure to collect on the debt you're in to me." Leaving Glass and Cookie told each other but awkwardly with an uncertain future. The end for now. And I have some editing to do and recounting of the harvest because there were some repeats. So, for those of you who joined late, well, in the replay, you can. I wonder how many of you were actually here for me to read the whole story. Not that you'll tell me because you're so shy. So I mean, I'm biased, but I like that little story. And I don't think I mean, yeah, yeah, I didn't care for Aqua Teen Hunger Force. But that's, I think, more the tone than the fact that Aqua Teen Hunger Force was what? A portion of fries, a drink, and a meatball. um, yeah, it was a tone more than the fact that it was, because obviously I'm drawing a peach. Well, I've drawn peach over 400 times. Um, yeah, so that's an hour live. Well, an hour and whatever. Hmm. Yeah, I should be talking. I'm just trying to find my way back to the stream. There's the first one. Ooh, 30, 56. Yeah, there we are. I got a comment. Oh my god. I didn't see it when I was reading. Oh my god. I got a comment. Oh, 32 minutes ago. What's the story about? I got a comment. Well, the story is about an abusive jerk of a boyfriend, his girlfriend, and their friend, and they're at a museum, and they... Sorry I couldn't answer your question when it was written, because it was written... So I guess I will... Even though it's late, I will answer their question. No way of knowing if they listen to any of it. So, what do I say? Okay. Abusive. Yeah, so I'm just typing. It's... Oh, it's not the story. It's the story. It's a story about an abusive boyfriend, his girlfriend, and their friend who are at a museum. Looking at a piece of art. And things happen. Yeah, I'm still here. Ooh, 58. Edit, edit. Hello, Warrior Grandma. Cool name. So, were you here for the story? Any part of it? Or did you come in the aftermath? And thank you for dropping a comment. What did you think of any of this? Yes, I'm talking to you live. Ooh. So, like an actual author, you've been published? I mean, I've been published, but I prefer, well, yeah, I just call myself a writer because. Huh, cool. I've done that too. I mean, I I really did a DIY with printing copies off my printer. So I'm sure your efforts were greater. Nice hat, by the way. So you can, well, if you can go back on replay if you want. I don't know. It's well, I mean, you can watch the whole thing. I do start with a drawing, a couple of drawings. But what? It's at least 20 minutes in before I get to the story. I don't know if it's to your taste. It's a story of an abusive boyfriend, his girlfriend, their friend, and they're at a museum watching, looking at a piece of art when things happen. Oh, okay. Well, maybe you won't wanna. Uh, well, at least you know. Um, so if that's a triggering event, then by all means, don't listen to the story. But if you're up to it, your feedback would be certainly informative. But yeah, I'm glad at least you came after. Uh, well, the whole it was inspired by a drawing I drew. You know, I'm limited in my ability to draw, though I'm better than I was, and I just drew. Well, here I'll show the drawing. I mean it's already. Where is it? Where is it? Okay. Well, I think awareness just was a happy accident. Um, because in a subject like this, because typically my stories have, well, this one does too, has an element of the fantastic or so. This is the drawing that inspired the story. Ah, And then out of that, it was like, boom, just can't. The story, I mean, the lines, it's not like some verses that I write. And thank you for your kindness. Your check is in the mail. I think we agreed on $20 for you to say that that was nice. I kid. I couldn't afford $20. But yeah, so this, I mean, because sometimes, no, you would be getting the money. I wouldn't. Oh yeah, yeah. Unless you're of the Stephen King and a bunch of others, Asimov, Barker, R.I.P. Isaac Asimov. Yeah, so I've been breaking down. I've been taking sheets of paper and folding them into well, both sides, using all the sides. Oh yeah, so 16. So each page, each sheet has, well, both sides. There's no, 16 panels, and they're each different. And I'm not continuing stories, so I draw simple drawings, and when I drew that, boom, the story of abuse of the abusive boyfriend quickly came to being, and so I am both of the position where I would ask, and also of the position where, well, if that's gonna be something that's gonna be like a problem, then don't. So I'm just happy that you stopped by and you actually made a comment, and that you laughed at my little ha ha. Um, well, have I? Let's see. Do I subscribe? Oh, I am subscribed. Hmm. I might be more interested in collabing than picking your brain, but thank you for the offer. So, by any time, you mean, does that include 2:33 in the morning? Ha! Ha! You did say any time? Ah, he's gonna take it literal. What a jerk. I didn't mean, okay, not any time. My office hours are between, for you in Canada, between 3 and 5 Eastern Standard Time. Eastern Daylight Time. Standard too. Ah, so does that mean flaky California? Or it could be Washington, could be Oregon. I'm in Montreal. Ha! So is my third guess. So, who has, I'm sure what you're going to say, who has the better Portland, Oregon or Maine? And have they ever had a competition to determine who is the best Portland? You don't actually have to answer that, but if you want to. Of course you're going to. Now I want to see a Portland off. So, if anyone is from Portland, Maine, or if anyone who is watching now or comes to watch this or hears about it, I want to see a Portland off. It could be actually that would be a great broadcast. A great stream. The first annual Portland off. So you could have trivia competition. You could do a cook off. Not that you're necessarily near Portland, but that's my team, Portland, Oregon. So I guess right away, Portland, Oregon has Maine beat by the fact that they have the Portland Trailblazers. I mean, what does Portland, Maine have? Portland, Maine, the closest to them is what? In basketball, in all the sports is what? Boston? Who's closer to Maine than Boston? Hmm. Wow. 65 live viewers. And I'm down to 17%. So, how close to 100 can I get before my stream cuts out? Dun, 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 dun. So what genre do you or genres do you like to? Oh my god! Oh my god! Wow! You're one of the handful who have ever. And now I'm gonna have to draw a drawing that will have your name on it. Well, I want to. You could even suggest something that now I can't promise. Like if you say draw Superman, well, no, I'm not gonna draw Superman. But you can suggest something that I will try to allude to or actually draw if it's simple, because I do simple drawings. And I call myself a drawer as opposed to an artist. See, drawing people. Hmm. Yeah, even a simple one. And grandmas are never simple. Um. Hmm. An idea is forming in my head. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. You'll get the vote on the drawing at some point before. Well, not this month, but beginning of next month. Yeah, like no later than tomorrow. I would imagine. Um. So, what genres do you like to draw? Write. Sure, you can. I'm gonna put it on. I'm gonna post it here. But I can send it to you because I don't think you can copy paste from I don't know. Anyway, I'll have it here, and I can send it. I can send it to you. That's up to you. The only thing I would ask is that you say who the drawer was. Ah. Now, do you ever do fictional, or is it always factual? So yes, you do fictional, or is it always factual? Fic or fact? Ooh, I cool. Because it's probably easier, like if it's a fictional story, like, and the reason it was pizza, apart from the fact that pizza cookie and glass are easy to draw. I love pizza. Well, not this pizza. This pizza is a jerk and deserved to get eaten long before. But I love pizza, cookies, and drink because glass is holding drink. Likely soda because and there's this particular soda, my favorite soda, but I have taken the position of not saying their name until the future where they're helping my cause because even though it's rot gut, it's I like the taste and I think it'd be cool if they were supporting me in some small way, you know. With drink at least, if not you know, a few bucks. And by few I mean more than a few. You know, couple hundy a month, that'd be nice. For because as part of my because a part of my mission is and this year I'm doing it with poetry, is I'm aiming to write 1,000,000 words this year. And I'm well on my way. So their support, any corporate support would be because they're like, wow, that's a cool effort. Here, we'll help you out. Because as amazing it is to write 1,000,000 words, yeah, you can imagine. Um, ah, I've I've written words to songs before too. It's not as easy. Like most of my poetry can't be songed, but so what camp are you in? Are you in the write every day or just regularly? Because I am firmly in the camp of write every day. You wrote 1,000,000 words in a single year? Cool. Very few writers can do it. Very few writers would try it. Like obviously it's been done before. Oh, hey. I mean, the math is hard, but it's doable. Even poetically. I even had a day where I wrote over 10,000 words of poetry. Well, I think so. And well, thank you. And I'm hoping that I'm going to get even deeper than I've been last few days into the narrative poetry, because otherwise it's me writing about me, and too many times that's about the harvest of words, and that can't be that interesting. Well, okay. I stalled at 65 sets of eyes who've passed through. That's pretty good. I mean, it's not 100, but I think I've done 100 once, maybe. So, hmm. That's a hard, well, first of all, that's a hard book to write and a hard book to read. I hope you sold a few copies at least. And it's even harder to have any humor in it because, wow. Hey, that's something. So, are you a daily writer or a regular writer? Me, I haven't missed a day of writing since May 18, 2006. No, May 19, because May 18th was the last day that I didn't do any writing. And before that, only 21 days since January 1st, 2000, the beginning of the millennium, because when did the uh-ohs begin? In 2000, not 2001, because the 70s began in 70 and ended in 79, so the new millennium began in 0, ended in 9. Well, the first decade ended in the 9, that's how I go. Ah, well, I don't know if you saw the movie The Avengers 2012, but there's a line that's apt, where is it Captain America asks Banner about about his transformation, and Banner says he's always angry. Well, I am always ready to write, except when I'm sleeping because I can't write in my sleep. Though I dream, not that I remember my dreams. Hmm. I see what you wrote, and part of me wants to not comment on how you wrote it. Like even commenting on uh oops. Ah.